All right, I'm gonna leave this up just for a second so everyone knows where you can and can't park on the streets. There's some parking that way and then another street over, because everyone has come up to me and said they always are hunting, and I know several of you also had to park over at Chili's sometimes, so these are the street parking spaces you can use. All right, why are we here? We're here because we all have something to do with building business, whether it's as a vendor or as an entrepreneur starting our business. And we gather here to meet every week as a safe place to discuss, educate, and connect with other entrepreneurs. We meet every weekend, Wednesday to 8:30 to 9:30. How many of you guys is it the first time you've ever been here? Thank you. Because we're a week high that we don't have someone new. And that's why the group has grown so well. All right, how can you get involved? Put this on your calendar. Get it on your calendar. It'll help make sure you're here every week. We're not charging you anything. Coffee's free, so might as well show up and enjoy the company. Participate in Q&A. Show up early, like we just did, and mingle and talk with everyone. I don't like the word networking. It's got a bad connotation of like we're trying to all sell each other. That's not what we're looking for in this environment. Present. We actually need some presenters right now. And so if you'll send Mimi an email, she'll get you on the list to present if you're interested. And just spread the word. Let other people know so we keep getting new people. If you want to get the QR code, this is better than searching for us for 1 million cups BCS, because you'll get the corporate Kauffman Foundation's website, which we don't actually use. This is the socials for everything we do. If you want to keep track of who's going to be speaking, what we're up to, and anything new that's going to be happening. All right, our sponsors. Right now, our sponsors are, of course, City of College Station gives us this wonderful space for absolutely free. And Extraco Banks partners with What's the Buzz Coffee, so we have coffee every week. All right, right now, anyone got any announcements? Things that are going on in the next couple of weeks here in town? Any announcements out there? Yes.
Now through August 7th, every Friday, Goodwill is doing Free Book Friday. So kiddos can come into any Bryan College Station Goodwill and pick a free book to take home to read as part of our summer reading program. So that's every single Friday from now through August 7th at any of the Bryan College Station Goodwills. Kids can get free books.
Any other announcements? Any other events going on? Gwen, you know I'm going to call on you if you don't stand up, so you might as well.
Tonight we have a wine bottle event at the bakery. It's from
5 to 8.
5 to 8. It's a $25 bottle or below. So don't bring like $100 bottles unless you really want. Don't do that. It's at the bakery, which is on 22nd Street.
And next Tuesday, I run an AI user group as well, and that runs from 6 to 7. It's really growing pretty quick because things are changing quick there. And we just, whether you're just never used it before or you're a power user, we have users at all levels come in and just share what they're doing, and then we have a presentation of what somebody's done, a new tool, or just people getting up there and saying, hey, how can we accomplish something? So, any other, oh, yes?
What do we meet?
Oh, we meet at the bakery, Quintastic Bites, from 6 to 7 on every Tuesday. Any other announcements? Slow week in the community.
Oh.
All right then. Well, let me introduce our speaker then. Sorry, he's blanked. Jared.
Yep.
Here you go.
Well, is this thing, I guess? Can you guys? All right, cool. So many friendly faces. This is so cool. All right. Well, I'm Jared. I'm the owner of Salt and Still Engraving, and I'm going to tell you guys about my story. I guess I'm a little nervous, so you guys can laugh at me. Just that'll be funny. All right. So let's see. So growing up, I always knew that I wanted more out of life. I wanted to do something with entrepreneurship. There was a point when I was in high school where I worked like 3 jobs at one time. I've always been a hustler. My mom always told these stories of anytime we went to like Dallas or Houston or any of the big cities with like the big buildings and stuff, I would always like point at them and say, like, look, Mom, there's Jared Incorporated. You know, just, I don't know, something funny. But I've always had that kind of mindset, I guess. I've always been good at math and like numbers and all of that. So I grew up in Caldwell, right down the road. And I knew that after high school, I didn't want to like go to school. Like I was just done with school. I was over it. So like 3 days after I graduated, I joined the military, went to boot camp, became a Marine, and went to San Diego. Spent all of my time in the military, mostly in San Diego, California, and that's where I met my wife, Sydney, and we had our beautiful daughter, Sailor. And throughout my time in the military, spent 5 years over there. So I experimented and networked and did a lot of like business related things. I went to conferences and all those things, and just got involved with other entrepreneurs and learned from them, all those kind of things. And I've done a few different things. We did some real estate. We bought some houses when we were in California. We did some flips and stuff like that. So I've done real estate. I've done insurance. I have all my insurance licenses. Done about other few things. Did like detailing for on the military base and stuff. I've always just been business minded. And when I got out of the military, I went to school, and I went to school for gunsmithing. So I recently actually finished an associate's degree in gunsmithing. So it's kind of like, I went to school for that, I've done all these things, and it's like, how does that lead to engraving? So I got out of the military in 2023, and I worked an IT job at Reynolds & Reynolds here in town. Used my skills from the military, and honestly, it wasn't something that I enjoyed. I didn't like computers. I'm not a big fan of them. Like, they're very powerful and useful, and I'm good at them, but it's not something I enjoy. And I've also always known that I didn't want to spend my entire life working for someone, having to ask someone when and where and why I want to go on a vacation, things like that. So eventually, just after enough time and enough convincing my wife to take the leap of faith, to go full time into business, we finally did. We took that leap of faith, and it didn't happen overnight. It definitely wasn't something that was kind of like, oh, let's just do this. It's like 7 years in the making. Like my whole time in the military, all of the networking I've been doing, all of the learning I've been doing, everything has been. It's all kind of came together. And ultimately, my big goal is to have a one-stop shop for everything firearms. But whenever I decided to put my 2 weeks in and go into business, I realized that I need to have a location to get my firearms license. And that's a little bit harder to start a business where you have to incorporate like an actual location, and there's a lot more to it. And I definitely could have done it if but I was ready. I wanted to get started. I wanted to get into this, into business. I wanted to, have my own time, be in control of my schedule. So I was looking online, and I saw someone like engraving firearms. oh, that's cool. So I got a laser engraver and I started engraving things like tumblers and making like leather hat patches and just business cards, different things. And quickly I realized that I've always worked well with my hands. I love like building things, creating things. That's why I really enjoyed like construction, houses, seeing like the before and the afters. I just love creating things. So I've really been enjoying this. And what I quickly realized, being a business owner, I enjoy doing things like this, like going out, meeting people. I just really enjoy meeting people. Like those of you that know me know that I care more about everyone else than I do myself, and I love to just take care and help people in any way possible. Like that's really like at the end of the day, I just want to help as many people as possible, and I just love meeting people. So being on this journey has been it's just been amazing. Like I get to spend time with my family. I get to be at home with my daughter, and it's so surreal. Like the other day we went and saw the Toy Story movie. It was like Tuesday or Thursday at 12 o'clock. Like like everyone else is at work and I'm at the movies with my family. Like it's just being able to be in control of my time and do the things that I enjoy is just there's something powerful in that. And it's been amazing. And I think that's pretty much my journey. So I guess now we can so Salt and Steel, the name, we wanted to, so I am a very strong in my faith. So we wanted to create something that was centered around faith. So the name Salt and Steel is like the engraving part, but salt is very present in the Bible. So that's kind of where the name comes from. And everything we do is rooted in our faith. And I'm sure I'm just forgetting so many things, but you get up here and you just start talking. And, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I think I covered most of the bases. If there's anything I'm missing, I'm sure whenever you guys ask questions, it'll probably come out. But that's me. That's my journey. There's a lot more to it, I'm sure. But as I meet you guys and get to know you, that'll come out. But another thing that I want to mention before we go to the questions is these last 2 weeks have been sort of an emotional roller coaster for me and my family and our lives. And actually, today's Wednesday. 2 weeks ago to this day, my grandfather passed away. And I just remember, sitting, he has this little chair, and, I'd kneel down next to the chair, and I'd show him pictures of, like, projects that I'm working on for my gunsmithing school, or just guns that, or he'd give me some guns, and he's like, hey, I want you to fix this or do that. And, he's the big part of why I do what I do, and it's been really hard on our family, but I just wanted to mention that a lot of what I do is for him, to carry on his legacy. But that's my story, my journey, and I guess let's go to the questions. Music.
Can you tell us a bit about the tools that you've accumulated in the past year? What your plan is for those and what you're looking forward to adding to your tool chest next?
Absolutely. So she asked what are some tools I picked up over the last year and how I plan to use them and what other things I want to accumulate. I think one of the biggest things for me that is a tool is just getting involved in the community, just talking to people, like meeting people, networking, and just building relationships. That's another thing that's very core to our foundation and our what's the word? To our foundation is relationships. That's the biggest thing that sets us apart, and there's a few other things, but the biggest thing that sets us apart from other businesses is we're not just some place that you walk into, you buy something and you leave. We build a relationship. 95% of my customers, I know them personally, and I think 100% of them, I have their names in my phone, but I get people from like Google and stuff that I don't really know them, but 95% of my customers come from going out to events, talking to people and meeting them, and I have personal relationships with the majority of the people that I do business with. I think that's the most important thing, and the most important tool that I have is just talking to people and meeting people, and I just love it and I enjoy it, and it just makes me happy that I get to do this like for a living now. So yeah. Any other questions in the back?
What kind of lasers you got?
The question was, what kind of lasers do I have? I have two. Both of them are from a brand called X Tool. One of them is the F1 Ultra, and then the other one is the F2. F1 Ultra is a little bit bigger, and it does like metal and stuff and more like intense stuff. The other one's a little smaller. It just helps me keep up with demand and stuff like that. So, yes.
Can you describe a recent project just to give us a better sense of what you do?
Absolutely. We've done some really cool things. Most recently, and my favorite thing to do is engraving Bibles, like leather Bibles. The top of them, we can put anything on there. Some of the other cool things that we have done, we've done some swords for like the Corps of Cadets. They have like their ranks. We've done those. I've done lots of cool things. I wish like I could probably pull out pictures. If you go on my social media and stuff, I try really hard to like put pictures of everything we do. I know there's a lot of stuff, especially with these past 2 weeks, that I need to like get out there. And we've done so many cool things. I did this one. It was this lady brought me a clock, and she wanted so it was for a wedding gift, and she wanted like their date and their names and stuff. And her idea with the clock was whenever, like the moment that they said I do at their wedding, she was gonna stop the clock, and the clock was gonna like have the time, the exact time they got married. Such a cool idea. But yeah, so that's some of the recent things and cool things. We do a lot. We do t-shirts, hats, embroidery, anything metal, leather, wood. We can engrave on almost any like thing. But yeah, if you ever have any questions, just reach out to us. Yes.
What's your turnaround time?
Turnaround time. That is a good question. It varies. So we have a few things like in stock and on hand. So if it's something like that, usually I can get it back to you in a day or two. We're fairly quick. And then if there's something I need to order, it's just whatever time that takes to come in. So like it's usually 3 to 5 days. Other things may take longer. It just depends on like shipping and stuff. But once it comes into us, it's usually a day or two after that I can get it turned around. Here recently, it's been a little different, just dealing with life and stuff. But another question?
So follow up, can I bring you my own things? Can I bring you my own tumblers or my own Bible or my own whatever?
Absolutely. So you can bring items to us. We say if you bring it, we'll engrave it. And then also you don't have to bring things to us. If you want, like if you have an idea, we can also order it and engrave it for you. So
you got a lot of things listed about merchandise and stuff that you do. On the firearm side, are you still doing any gunsmithing or coating the firearms or anything like that?
that's a good question. So eventually, as a business, we will offer firearm services, and my goal is by the end of the year. So I have a very ambitious goal to get into a location by the end of the year. But personally, yes, I have I grew up with firearms. I have a 2-year degree of just working on nothing but firearms. I can do lots of things with firearms. If you ever have any questions, you can come ask me, Jared, as a person about them. But as a business, we don't offer that as a business.
What aspect of being a business owner do you struggle with the most and could use help with?
Ooh, what aspect of being a business owner do I struggle with the most and can I use help with? That is a very good question. I think the one that comes to mind the most is right now I'm very busy and I could definitely use help trying to figure out how to manage everything. Like, I do mostly everything right now. I have some help from my sister, and I very much appreciate that. She's amazing. But yeah, just managing everything, and I'm very picky and particular about things. And maybe that's a superpower, maybe it's the opposite, maybe it's somewhere in the middle. But trying to figure out what things I can get help with and be okay with getting help with. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I need to have my hands in everything to do everything. So if anyone has any tips or maybe someone that specializes in something like that, it's part of business, but I know there's someone out there that can organize things. But yeah, if you guys have any tips on things like that, I would absolutely appreciate that. And just in the front.
Excuse me, how challenging is managing the financial side of your business? Making sure everything is recorded, the taxes are done on time. Is that a challenge, or do you have an outside business that helps you with that?
Absolutely, that's a good question. So her question was, how challenging is it managing like the finances of the business, and do I have someone that helps me with that? Honestly, I don't think it's challenging to me because I've always been a math and like numbers guy. I love numbers. Annoying might be a better word because you have your personal finances and your business finances. It's all separate, and you have to. I'm very particular with numbers, and but numbers is very challenging for a lot of people. And I do have someone that helps me kind of keep it organized. And honestly, in learning, I need to probably lean on them a little bit more for help with that. Like, because I do a lot of it, and they just kind of, if I have questions, I'll ask her. And but yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, it's not really challenging, I would say, for me personally, but yeah, it gets annoying just because you're trying to focus on growing the business and meeting people and all these other things, and there's just all these pieces of the puzzle that you have to nurture. But it's fun. I enjoy this. I actually enjoy what I'm doing now, and I get to spend time with my family, and it's such a blessing. So I have a few more hands. Okay. Steven?
So how can we as 1 Million Cups community help you?
Awesome. How can you guys as a 1 Million Cups community help me? Obviously the basic thing, my business card has all my social medias, just follow our journey. But the big question or big ask that I have is, I mentioned earlier, by the end of the year, we want to get into a physical location, but we are a new business. We just started in February. We don't have 2 years of whatever. So if you guys know anyone that has a space or that can help me get into a space, or maybe a realtor or someone that can help me, craft my business plan, or have a business plan, but help me like present it to like, I don't know, maybe you can get a loan. I don't know how all that works, but anyone who has any experience or can help me get into a place in any way, I would greatly appreciate that.
So I may have to answer a question, it's going to be weapons question, but are you in a place now that you could build a gun that's in my brain?
Talk to me after, like come get my number, but probably yes. I have all kinds of stuff in my garage. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that was not mine.
Before we close up here,